Instead of using that time to process her divorce, she gathers a series of maps, 67 in total. These maps plotted out a couple of things. One was the layout of the Orlando International Airport. Another was the trip that she'd have to drive to get from Houston to the airport. Others had the route from the airport to Colleen's house. So she literally has stalked this woman. She knows everything about her. She knows the details of her flight.
Like, why do you need to know the entire layout of the airport?
So it's not
Just
clear.
Look up the flight and what gate it is. And then, like, there's too much.
I do think her plan is a bit scattered. Like, I don't think she really knew what she was doing, but she was acting in like passion and anger and just like she wanted to do something, because it's not clear how much thought she put into it or what exactly she wanted to do when she found Colleen. But what do you think based on the supplies that she had?
Yeah, that's a good point, because here's what she packed with her: a wig, a trench coat, a mallet, some pepper spray, a BB gun, rubber tubes, plastic gloves, and trash bags. And most notorious of all, diapers.
Yeah, so when this case like hits the news, people are obsessed with this diaper fact, which is a detail that so many people do remember about this case. Because not only is it astronauts, it's like then it's an adult with diapers.
I feel like the diaper thing is it has happened again in stories, but it's only with women. And I think that's because men can just like pee in a cup on their crazy drive. But like, we have to wear diapers.
And if you've ever tried to use a Shewee, they are not helpful. They are not. I've tried, and they're messy. Don't make the same mistake I did.
Why am I like tempted to pee in a diaper to see what it feels like?
You will have that time someday soon. Don't rush to that.
Someday soon? Guys, I'm only in my 30s.
Yeah, that's true. I pee myself too many times. Well, we don't need to talk about this. Anyway, where did we go?
Not Colleen. Jesus. Lisa was wearing diapers.
Yeah. Okay. So according to the belief and like what people analyze from the fact that diapers were found is that Lisa was so desperate that she wore adult diapers during her drive from Houston to Orlando in order to avoid stopping, so that she didn't have to stop anywhere. And according to one of the arresting officers on her case, there were also 2 dirty child diapers in her bag that Lisa said she used to collect urine while she drove, along with another 20 to 30 unused diapers in her trunk.
Wow.
But there are no photos of
really
these.
Prepared for however long she needed to be out there.
Right. But there's also no photos of them. So I think like some people wonder if this was also like exaggerated as the case went on.
Yeah. And also just to poke like a small hole in the whole like diaper thing, you need to change a diaper. So what's like just pull over and pee.
Well, so then Lisa's lawyer later said that the reason they were left in the car is the family evacuated during a hurricane a few years earlier. So she had like, also as a parent, I would probably put extra diapers in my car just to be safe.
Right. Like, were they adult diapers? They're child diapers.
I think that's where the detail gets so muddy. But the whole point is everyone's focusing on the wrong thing here. Because the diapers, while yes, is a interesting piece of the case, it's probably one of those things that was blown out of proportion. And especially because astronauts, like while on their missions, are said to wear these diapers. I think it just like added to the astronaut detail of the story. Yeah.
Well, either way, the diapers, even though they are fascinating, they're probably the least sinister part of Lisa's mission, because on February 5th, 2007, Lisa drove over 950 miles, stopping as little as possible, diaper or not, and a little after 1 a.m., running on pure adrenaline and only a few hours of sleep at this point. Lisa arrived to the Orlando International Airport, where she waited for Colleen Shipman to arrive. Lisa planned to follow Colleen from the baggage claim to the parking lot, where she would intercept her.
Can I tell you a couple little details?
Please.
I read that Lisa drove her ex-husband's car.
Oh my God.
To try to not be caught. Like if they were to trace anything back to her, if she wasn't driving her car, it'd be hard to trace her back.
As if they couldn't be traced back to her. Like number one suspect.
Right. I know. But also I want to add a couple anecdotes from Colleen's side of the story. So we're talking a lot about Lisa and Bill. We know that Lisa is now aware that Bill was having an affair, but Colleen knows nothing. To Colleen, she's dating this new guy, Bill, who's wonderful to her. They're falling in love. They're even saying I love you to each other. They're so serious, in fact, that Colleen attended Bill's space launch with his family. So she's literally side by side with his mother at the space launch.
Like, what does his family think? Do they know?
Well, there's a whole thing later where I guess Lisa like sent a letter to Bill's mom, and Bill's mom was like, "Bill, what the
Oh,
yeah." But anyway, so to
well, this is
Colleen,
sad because that like is proof that he liked Colleen more than Lisa. Like,
I know.
they didn't even know who Lisa was.
Well, also he's been keeping Lisa, they've been keeping each other secret for so long.
Right.
But anyway, so Colleen, in her mind, the relationship is just the two of them. She has no idea about Lisa. And the only inclination that there was a Lisa is that during this trip to spend the weekend with Bill, it had gone great, except for one night while they're having sex, Bill called her by the wrong name. Bill called her Lisa.
No freaking way. I would have thought it would be the other way around.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
To catch every terrifying moment, subscribe to @Crimehouse Studios on YouTube.
Because this time, you're not just watching the horror, you're understanding it.